the most ancient topic there could possibly be. And that topic is beer. Beer is the oldest beverage. Just imagine, back in the Neolithic era, our ancestors were still sitting in caves, but they were already trying to brew beer. They hadn't even invented bread yet. In fact, some believe that grains were first cultivated not for bread but for beer. 15,000 years ago, beer was already found in some ancient Israeli cave. Ancient Mesopotamia, there 5,000 years ago, 4,500 years ago, beer was being brewed in full swing. Just imagine, beer has been brewed for 10,000 years already. Amazing. So, in ancient Egypt, you see, and in ancient Babylonia as well, 3,500 years ago, during the construction of the pyramids, everyone was given beer. Basically, that's how they paid people for their work. It's an ancient topic. There you go. The Jews learned to brew beer from the Egyptians. Well, they were the very last to do so. That's the story. So where does the word beer come from? Well, from the old Russian word piti, which means to drink. There you go. And so beer got its name from that. So beer is truly everything to us. It is our passion and our lifeblood. There you go. In general, it's a very relevant topic. Something like that. Are you into spiritualism over there? No, just beer, right? There you go. A guy says to his wife, "Where's my quantum accelerator?" She says, "Your beer is in the fridge." There you go. The theory of relativity can be very well understood using beer as an example. So, it's finally Friday, and you decide to purchase 3 full cases of your favorite refreshing beer, carefully placing each one into the refrigerator. There you have it, perfectly chilled and ready for the weekend. You open it a few days later and see that it's gone. Where it disappeared to, nobody knows. I think beer-loving house spirits helped out. That's the story. A girl tells a story. She says, "I bought my boyfriend a keg of beer and I'm carrying it," she says, "like a baby through the mall to the parking lot." She says, "I've never had so many admiring looks from men in my life," she says. There you go. Women often dream of finding true love, but they frequently and unfortunately always end up running into the completely wrong kind of men, to whom they're all essentially the same. Basically, women dream of being slim, but in the evening, at night, they still end up going to the fridge. In short, women dream of being smart, but still have to watch dumb TV series. And a man, if he wants beer, he just goes and buys beer. For men, it's all much simpler. So the little squirrel, after accidentally trying beer, realized why she had been gathering nuts her whole life. That's the story. Guys, you have to remember that 2 liters of beer gives any girl an extra 10 points in charisma, sex appeal, and confidence. Basically, that's the most truly convincing argument. Honestly, if we were to replace our morning coffee with green tea, we'd undoubtedly lose 80% of the pure enjoyment in life. And if we were to replace or even cancel our evening beer, we'd certainly lose 99% of the profound enjoyment in life. That's it. Let's put it this way. If you're feeling under the weather, the best medicine is, what is it? Eucalyptus, right? But seriously, a full liter of delicious, refreshing beer, then everything will be incredibly easy to cure and resolve. But you know what's the scariest thing? The thing people complain about the most is non-alcoholic beer. How much do you have to dilute beer for it to become non-alcoholic, right? Another person says, "When I try non-alcoholic beer, it feels like nobody loves me."